Are you going to read it to me or what? Maggie said. Percy pushed down the leg rest of his new recliner and leaned forward. He continued staring at his phone, reading the rest of the email from the Reuters reporter. Maggie was stretched out on the couch again, almost horizontal but not quite. In his periphery, he saw her lift her eyes from her own phone and stare at him impatiently. You were right, Percy said. She knows. Maggie dropped her hands to her lap and took a long, bitter breath. This is not good. No, Percy said. But it was going to happen eventually. We've talked about it. Maggie turned and glared at him. We talked about it? You mean years ago when we briefly discussed the idea of the media discovering Naba's identity? She said. Did we also talk about how it might happen when she's in the middle of a mental health crisis, because her ex-boyfriend tried to commit suicide by assassination, but instead got turned into a vegetable by her adopted father? Oh, and all while she's on the verge of some crazy new AI technology that has the government asking her questions? Percy looked at his wife, trying to keep his face as featureless as possible. Just let me finish reading the email, he thought. You're right again, but it doesn't really change the next steps, he said. I need to read this email, then I need to call Naba and ask her what she wants to do. If she wants to keep her current identity, then I'll call the reporter and— Whoa, what? Maggie blurted. What do you mean, if she wants to keep her current identity? Why on earth would she want all this to come out into the public? You think she might just be okay with a bounty being put on her head? Percy laughed, then caught himself. Whoops, he thought. That was a mistake. He felt Maggie's energy take a darker turn. Mags, it's not— I mean, who knows if Naba has any enemies left at this point? Who would they be? Oh, so because you don't know for certain, that means— It just means, he said loudly. Then he brought his volume down again. It just means I want to ask Naba what she wants. You know how hard it is to keep yourself a secret from the world. She already blames her own secrecy for Ibrahim's actions, and she's probably right. I mean, even aside from this latest trauma, who knows how much of her anxiety is caused just by having to live a lie all the time. He saw Maggie's anger crack a little. She was listening, which was a feat he was finding more and more difficult to achieve lately. Like we always say, this bad thing could turn out to be a good thing, Percy continued. If the reporter goes public with it, it'll get a lot of attention, and Naba will be a little bit famous for a while. That might be good for her career. It means more eyeballs on her research, right? Oh, fuck. That was the wrong thing to say. Here we go. Holy shit, Percy. Her voice dripped with disgust. This really is who you are. So committed to your goals, so driven, so fucking practical about achieving things that now it's not only your life you're willing to repeatedly risk, but now you also think it's the right strategy for everybody. Even your daughter. Unfucking believable. This isn't ever going to change. She whipped the blanket off her legs onto the top of the couch. Ever. What the hell am I doing? I'm insane. I keep enabling this and expecting a different result. She started to walk out of the living room. Oh, hell no. You're not running from this conversation again. He got up and followed her toward the stairs. Is that really the problem here? I'm just a piece of shit human being? She kept walking away. He followed and shouted after her. Would you like me better if I joined you in being afraid of the world, if I stopped trying to make it better? Maggie whirled and closed the space between them. When she spoke, Percy could feel her heated breath. Wow. The self-righteousness is something to behold, she said. Naba was right, Percy. That day on the flight line, after the president left, she said, you are afraid of fear itself, and that's why you're so obsessed with taking on challenges, all in the name of making the world better. It's great when it's actually necessary, but when it's not, it's just reckless and childish. You don't fucking know when you've won the game and need to stop playing. You say you hate violence and aggression, and yet you keep finding more ways to use them as your own means. What? Percy's voice was incredulous. Yes,